Alright, ladies and gentlemen, riddle me this one. You are out on the go, maybe doing a road trip, maybe you're on a plane somewhere, maybe you're just out and about, and you cannot afford to take the time to get a lovely home-cooked meal prepared for any spell work you want to do. Can you still do spell work in this situation? With food? Yes, because as it turns out, anything that counts as food can indeed be used in kitchen witchcraft. So let's talk about a couple ways in which you can absolutely get some magic done, whether you are getting stuff from even the gas station, fast food stores, or even just while you're grocery shopping on the go. Before we start, I really want to nail this in hardcore for people, right? Because a lot of people, I feel like they think that you need to have super hardcore, mega organic food in order to do kitchen witchcraft, and you need to cook everything from scratch, and you can't have anything frozen, you can't have anything convenience or ready-made or whatever. You have to have organic, fresh-made, super complicated stuff all the time for it to be spell work. I mean, my god, if you look at any of the kitchen witch cookbooks, that seems to be what they imply, with the most Gordon Ramsay level setups for magic that is completely unnecessary. Pretty, but unnecessary. And what I'm here to tell you is that, while ready-made items, like freezer meals or stuff like that, aren't the best, because of course they have, extra additives and preservatives that, aren't awesome for you, that doesn't mean you can't do witchcraft with it, right? It just means that, you don't want to eat them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? It doesn't mean that you can't do anything with them at all. One of the key parts of witchcraft is, in fact, accessibility. Using what you've got, right? That's one of the things that makes witchcraft versus any other type of magic. So when you are out on the go, personally, if we're going to talk about it, I'm going to tell you what I would choose if I'm out and about and trying to do whatever it is I'm trying to do. So step one, right? Gas stations. Gas stations have a lot more food than people give them credit for, okay? Between all of the different snacks, drinks, ice cream, ready-made stuff like sandwiches, all these other kinds of things, there's a lot in there. And especially if you're on a road trip and you happen to get to a rest station, rest stations not only have a bunch of usually chain restaurants in them, but they also have a very big variety of snacks, right? So if I'm going to a gas station, I'm going to look for snacks that have some kind of, at least flavoring of an ingredient that I can work with. So say if I'm looking for some extra protection on my journey, I'd be looking for things like sour cream and onion chips. I'd be looking for things like Funyuns. I'd be looking for things that are spicy, right? That have any kind of spicy pepper flavor to them. I'm also looking for any kind of ready-made deli sandwiches or something they have packed that might also have onion on it. Onion's a really good one because that one you can find pretty much in any convenience store. There's going to be something flavored with onion or some kind of spicy pepper, or even just paprika. Paprika alone is perfectly fine if you can't handle high levels of spice. If you can find something that has paprika in it at all, you're good. And that's a lot of things like barbecue chips and other stuff like that. You can charm a bag of barbecue chips quite easily. But if you're looking, say, for something more love-based, there's chocolate galore in those places, and chocolate and vanilla especially is pretty solid for any kind of love magic, any kind of self-love, anything like that. Anything that's strawberry flavored, my god, if you had a strawberry Pop-Tart with vanilla icing, bang, you got it, you did it, right? So if you look for things that are fruit-based like that, looking for, apple items or strawberry items, or even just some trail mix that has any of those kinds of berries in them, solid. Yogurt too, they usually do have yogurts or something like that. Or even ice cream, hell, if you wanted to get strawberry ice cream, by all means, go for it. And likewise, there's a ton of drinks and smoothie options and other kind of on-the-go protein shakes that have a lot of interesting stuff in them. You can get coffees, you can get all kinds of stuff from a gas station that's going to be full of opportunities for magic. Full of opportunities for magic. Don't discount a gas station just because all it really has is those packaged snacks. Same thing with airports, right? Airports, the actual restaurants are usually going to be pretty expensive. The convenience marts in the airports are not going to be that much less expensive. They're kind of awful, but they can get you out a little bit cheaper if you just need a quick snack before your flight. So you could still do that same kind of urban perusal, right? Where it's, instead of foraging for nuts and berries outside, we're looking for them in a nice cellophane package somewhere. But Same thing still applies. Look around, see what kind of things match your intentions for your journey, your travels, your destination, anything that you're trying to do, and invoke the ingredients in your food. Alright, the next thing we gotta talk about is restaurants, because there's two types here that I'm gonna separate this into, and that's fast food, like your Wendy's, your Taco Bell, all that kind of stuff, and your semi-fast, right? So Panera Bread, I don't know, maybe Baskin Robbins or anything, Smash Burger even, maybe even like Subway or Chipotle where you like build it yourself. These are semi-fast, right? So it's kind of like a little slightly more sit down, like Panera is more sit down, could also be to go if you wanted. Whereas these are fast food and that's just like bang. Obviously when you walk into a Wendy's or something, I mean like the burger components are quite traditional usually, right? We've got our bread, which is a wheat-based item, which you can call on that grain. You've got the beef patty, the cow itself being known as a symbol of prosperity and feminine energy, motherhood for eons. You've got cheese, you've got tomatoes, right, for all that love magic. You've got lettuce for money magic. You've got onions for protection, ketchup and mustard, love and protection again. Just because it's a burger made at a chain restaurant doesn't mean you still can't use it for whatever you want to use it for. And like, you could switch up the sauces, switch up this type of, you know, sandwich, like you get chicken sandwich or something, and you can do a lot with that. You can do quite a bit. You can also get fancy with the sauce packets too, like the sauce packets, like, I don't know, honey barbecue or something. Play with those ingredients, play with those associations. I will say probably one of the easiest places though to use any kind of food-based magic in a fast food restaurant like that is 100% going to be the salads. I'm like, maybe you don't like salads, that's fine, but if you do like salads, they are so easy for kitchen magic, because I mean, my favorite salad from Wendy's is the apple pecan salad. I hope they still have this, because this was honestly the only good salad in my opinion. But it's got apples, it's got pecans, it's got this wonderful pomegranate vinaigrette, right? It's got nice grilled chicken on it, nice bed of mixed greens in there. It's good. It's blue cheese. It's nice. I like it a lot. It's like my favorite kind of salad. But this is a great item for like love and prosperity magic between the pecans, the greens, the apple, the pomegranate. Like, that's a fantastic blend for like luck in love, right? So if you had anything you wanted to do with that, you could look at the salad and see what they're putting on it, right? You got those Southwest salads, you got you know, your traditional Caesar, you got all kinds of stuff that you can do. And I mean, for God's sake, at the end of the day, a French fry is potato. And potatoes are awesome for healing, image magic, all other kinds of good stuff, right? Potatoes are earthy, they're stable, they're grounded. They can help you, if for nothing else, get some stability back, especially not only magically but physically. If you haven't eaten in a long time, let me tell you, okay? You gotta stabilize yourself somehow physically too, and a French fry can help you do that. A little bit of salt, a little bit of potato, beautiful. Lovely. And to top it off with dessert, right? Again, vanilla and chocolate are usually the flavors you're getting from an ice cream machine or a frosty machine or whatever. You could do a lot with that. Vanilla is more than just love magic, and so is chocolate. So if you have any of those other associations with vanilla, grab yourself like some kind of vanilla shake or something. It'll be good. Basically, so long as you're able to break down whatever you're ordering into separate pieces, like lettuce, onion, tomato, whatever, you're going to be able to identify where you can pull that magic out of it. And it sucks that it's like, you know, prepackaged, frozen, whatever, from a giant corporation that spends bajillions of dollars lobbying and generally being annoying, right, of course, but that doesn't mean that the magic you're going to do won't work, right? Like, the magic will still work. It's just obviously not the most ideal thing any of us would want, like, either health or magic-wise. It's obviously better to make your own burgers if you can, but if you can't, use what you have. It's perfectly okay to, you know, grab a burger while you're out and you can't get home for a solid meal. That's fine. I like a good burger from wherever every now and then too. Like, we all gotta live sometimes. Now, I say semi-fast food restaurants because, again, right, if you go to Panera Bread, you're gonna have a lot more options and a lot more intrigue with the food itself, because I remember when I worked there way back when, oh my goodness, I worked there when I was in college, and I remember while I was there, they were like, Yay, hooray for us! We finally got rid of all artificial colors from our foods. Which means that, like, the pink icing on your cookies is dyed pink with beet juice. The green color, the blue-green color, is coming from some sort of special food-safe algae. Like, there's a lot of magical potential in that, because you're telling me a normal, like, butter, sugar, flour cookie now has beet juice on it? Beet being a wonderful tool for vitality magic. That's powerful. You can do stuff with that, absolutely. And on top of that, the menu is just a little bit more diverse. Like, there's more stuff going on. So, like, there's different kinds of greens. You've got a tomato basil bread that a lot of sandwiches are on. You've got bacon, you've got eggs, you've got a way bigger variety of salads. You got broccoli cheddar soups, you got turkey chili. Like, there's a lot that you can do, right? Like, depending on what you want to do magically. Likewise, even if you just get a green smoothie from Panera, the color green itself, you can still fall back on color magic to do a lot. So in any case, it's almost like you could go in there and start looking at food based on the ingredients list to decide what magic you want to do when you finally get your food. Same thing with places like Smashburger. I love Smashburger because they have these type of fries that have like just like rosemary and garlic on it. First of all, it tastes amazing. It's delicious. But second of all, rosemary and garlic and salt, that's a triple combo of protective spell work ingredients. Like, you can absolutely charm some fries with protection because they used olive oil, rosemary, salt, and garlic. That's actually 4. And so when you get in those more weird in-between fast food and sit-down joints like Smashburger or Panera, you can do so much more just by the special menu offerings they have. And I mean, yeah, it's sit-down, so it's a little more awkward. Like, maybe at Wendy's you would get back in your car with your bag and you would say like a quick invocation over it, you know, invoking those ingredients to lend their talents to you, or however it is that you cast your magic, right? Maybe you would do that in your car, but obviously in a sit-down restaurant, I mean, there's no law that says you have to say a spell out loud. For all intents and purposes, if people see you going like this over your food, they might just think that you're saying grace or something before you eat. Like, that's a thing that Christian people do. So if you're in an area that you can't outwardly be witchy, no one should have a problem with you what looks like saying grace over your food, which is still kind of what we're doing as witches in a way, right? Like, even if you're not Christian or a Christian witch, to put like a blessing on your food is still in a way doing a similar thing as saying grace, right? And the last thing, honestly, is if you are out like grocery shopping, they still have ready-made stuff there. You can get some like chicken wings, you can get like just like in the gas station, like one of those ready-made sandwiches or a tub of soup or something. You can get all kinds of stuff, including, like, depending on which grocery store you go to, there's like salad bars, there are, you know, fresh stations with like a slice of pizza that you could get. There's all kinds of stuff that if you really needed a bite while you were out, you could just go do that. I mean, like, a couple times my dad and I have gone to Dave's Market just to like go around picking things into a tray for dinner because Dave's Market had decent stuff out to bring home as like a ready-made warm meal. So if you've got like chicken tenders in a certain kind of sauce, work with it, work with the breading, work with the sauce ingredients, do all that kind of stuff. If you have a salad bar over there, I mean, my god, like, the local Whole Foods up here has a salad bar with like 8 billion types of olives. I don't know why they need so many olives, but... And of course the bakery section will usually have fresh, warm baked goods or cupcakes or something that you could grab and go really quickly and really easily. And even if you're just like out on lunch, like I've done this before when I was you know, working in an office, I didn't have anything for lunch, so I just ran down to the Stop and Shop that was literally right down the road, and I grabbed myself one of those like microwave meals, those ready-made freezer meals, and it worked. It was good. Rice and corn and beans, and it was like one of those Southwest kind of style. It was delicious. I don't even care. It was good, and it was full of magical potential should I have wanted to do anything with it like that. All this to say that if you, for whatever reason, can't get home to cook anything, you can't get home to even microwave something, you're just out all day and you need something and you want to do a spell over it, but you don't have any time to go home and fish through your fridge for something to eat, there's so much you can do. Just out and about, right? In the middle of your shopping, go pause, grab a bite of Panera or something, do what you gotta do. You're out at work, you can't go home to get lunch because you forgot it, plenty you can do even just from the grocery store. There's lots you can do. There's never a time that you have to worry about being disconnected from the ability to do any blessings on your food or invoke anything you need to invoke, no matter where you are. The greatest thing about Kitchen Witches is that our magic is done through food, and most places have access to food in some capacity, even if it's just from a vending machine. So, let that knowledge embolden you, and let it shape how you think about food while you are out on the town. Hope this is helpful for you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!